All right, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon here. So I went to Target today and I bought this Phillips Norelco Series 500, Series 5000, and it's a wet-dry shaver, which is going to be really nice and convenient to have. You can use it just to dry shave, or you can use it wet. And what it came with is this protective cap. It doesn't have what a lot of them have, which is you can take this head off and you can put a trimmer on it. You can order that in the mail with this particular model. You can order that as an accessory from Phillips Norelco. But you turn it on, and as you can see, it's not too bad as far as the noise level of the shaver. It's fairly quiet. It's fairly ergonomic. If you look at the handle, it's got a relatively nice grip. So hold on a minute. I'm going to take my shirt off and then we'll do a trial. We'll do a wet and a dry shave with it both. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about that's really nice about this particular shaver is this head. You got the three individually floating heads, which they penetrate three-dimensionally so that you're always staying with the contour of your skin. It can penetrate up, down, sideways, and angles. Whereas I'm just going to show you this razor, which you've seen me use on here before. It only penetrates upward, not downward. This one, we're going to go ahead and start right now getting into the shave. And what I'm trying to do here is just try and get a nice, comfortable, close shave. And I gotta say, I'm on 6 days here worth of growth. I've been kind of lazy. I haven't shaved since before the new year. Today's January 4th. It's been 6 or 7 days since I last went in here and shaved. And right away, I'm impressed. It's getting right down as close as it is possibly gonna, with the exception of just, there are always a few hairs that just don't want to cooperate. And by the way, I went with the walrus tusk mustache. I'm going back to a goatee again. And she's definitely just, trying to get some little hairs out of there. Just a couple quick ones on here. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to test, does it do better as a wet or dry shaver? So let's just take some Barbasol, put this on here. And we'll get to seeing what she'll do. Now I just want to show you one other feature with this real quick. One more quick feature. So once this thing is plugged in and charging, it will not run. That's for safety, in case you use her in the shower. Don't want her running, right? So now let's just take this baby. And wow, I already think I'm liking what I'm getting here on this side of my face. So all this set me back with $60, which I gotta say, for $60, that's a pretty advanced Norelco shaver. I mean, the 3D cutting, I mean, for the next one down was $50, and that only had the two-dimensional floating heads, the three individually floating two-dimensional heads that Phillips had always had, which I gotta tell you, I just wanted to try this because my personal theory was that these wet dries would be, they do a really good job. You know, and why not have a wet dry shaver? If you're gonna use an electric, it can minimize irritation, it can minimize dragging, it can just, there's so many things that you can get out of having a wet dry electric shaver. And you can kind of see how it tilts itself along. I really gotta say, I don't notice necessarily a closer shave due to that versus the older electric shaver that I've got by Phillips Norelco. What I can say I think maybe it helps do is because it can respond to the contours of my face at a 360-degree angle. It's my opinion that maybe that gives me an advantage by being able to cut more whiskers at a time and maybe able to cut through longer hairs faster. I think it did a really good job at that. I'm just interested to see what it does as time goes on, because in my opinion, this thing really did just a fantastic job of just quickly getting me what I wanted. Now, let's just take and do the credit card stubble test to see just how much better it did on one side than another, if anything at all. So let's start with the dry shave area. Not bad. There's a little bit of scuff. I'm willing to guess that I got maybe just slightly smoother in most areas on the wet side. And I'm okay with that, and I'll be moving on and hoping for many more shaves. Many more great shaves out of the Phillips Norelco 5000 wet dry. Thank you very much, everybody.